Your rules for happiness. Welcome. I'm Viv, the life strategist, helping busy, driven people go from chaos to clarity. And if you're celebrating Christmas, Merry Christmas. Today is Christmas Eve. And for some people, that is a wonderful time of joy and presents and family and love. And for a lot of people, it is not. Either because they don't celebrate Christmas or because they're not in the Christmas spirit or they're celebrating something else. And yeah, there's a lot of different Christmas experiences. But if you're here with me today, then I'm really happy because today I'm going to do a special mini training. Okay, so this training is going up in my Thrive Force community. If you're not part of that and want info, just let me know, DM me. And I'm sharing it here live with everybody because this is a really, really, really powerful thing. Rules for happiness. So we all actually have rules inside our mind, in our psychology, on how to be happy and how to achieve all the things that we value and all the things that we also want to get away from in life. And I'm going to explain a little bit about this. So kind of forget the notion about rules for happiness for a moment and like what that means. Don't try to think, okay, what are my rules for happiness? No, just hold off. I'm going to do an exercise with you that is much deeper and much more global than that. And it's about what matters to you in life, what actually gives birth to your emotions. Like, why do you feel happy? Why do you feel sad? Why do you feel angry? Why do you feel good? Why do you feel great? Why do you feel terrible? Why do you feel depressed? Why do you feel all of those range of emotions or whatever you might be feeling? And how can you go about changing that? So this is a mini training. We're going to go through this lightning speed. What I want you to do is to take a piece of paper. Now, if you're the community, you're going to have a handout that's created just for you. And so you can download that. But if you're not, take a piece of paper. And if you don't have time to do it right now, you can watch the replay and go through this at your own time. But I want you to think about what you value in life. Like what are your values? Like what is most important to you in life? What is the most important thing to you in life? That might be love. It might be freedom. It might be success. It might be power. It might be legacy. It might be peace. It might be gardening. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. It could be a lot of things. So take some time and answer the question, what is most important to you, in life? What is most important to you? It could be family, right? And so write that value down. And then what else is most important to you? Write that value down. So maybe you've got family, maybe you've got health, maybe you've got freedom, maybe you've got being a good mom, maybe you've got being a good dad, maybe you've got friendship, loyalty, trust, truth. These values are what we also call towards values, things that we aspire to move towards, things that we want in our life, right? So make sure you've got about 5 of those down. And then I want you to think about what do you really what is your away values? Like, what do you really not want? What do you kind of hate? What do you want to move away from in your life? So that could be hate, right? It could be anger. It could be constant worrying. It could be um, fear, it could be, I already said anger, I think debilitating anger, or losing my temper, losing my cool. It could be keeping busy for just for the sake of keeping busy, stress. It could be lying, untruthfulness. Um, so take your time and just get about 5. That's a good number, right? And here's the next part. And this part is really where the magic happens, okay? When you start to uncover your rules for what it takes to make yourself feel good and what it takes to make yourself feel bad. So, to make yourself feel good, let's say love is one of your values, right? So you've got your towards values, you've got your away values, and then write down write down uh, the rules, right? So, for example, the rules for love. Let's say love is your top value, right? What does it take for you to feel love? What do you need in order to feel loved or to feel love, right? So maybe it's like, I need someone to tell me they love me, or I need someone to do X, Y, and Z. Or maybe it's just feeling love for someone or doing something nice for someone. Maybe that's how you feel love. Now, I'm not going to read this exercise, so do yourself a favor and be honest. The truth might be ugly, okay? It might be ugly, but it will set you free, I promise. Be honest about what it takes. What are the internal rules that were unconscious for you to achieve those feelings around your values, right? So if it was family, now about family, like maybe it's like being a good mom, right? When I first did this exercise, I had 21 rules around being a good mom. That was clearly a large focus of my life and is a large focus. But the thing is, when we set up a lot of rules and if they depend on other people and we don't achieve them, we have a lot of reasons and ways to feel bad, right? Like, um, spending, for example, it was like spending every free moment with my son. Well, if I couldn't because of X, Y, and Z, I'd feel bad. Or, my son being happy, but maybe he's sad, so boom, I fail, right? And of course, I know that's not good, right? I'm just giving examples here, but like for feeling love, maybe if you have rules around the other person, right? Doing something, either demonstrating love or telling you or something like that, or loving you in some way, shape, or form, then you're putting a lot of opportunity to be unhappy, right? Now, this is all unconscious, mind you. You set up these rules and these programs a long time ago, and you were not in charge of setting it up. So don't feel bad if when you read them, you're like, crap, that's not really great because it doesn't put a lot of power in my court. It provides a lot of opportunity for me to be upset. Um, and it's really hard to achieve and like it's out of my control. So those are not places you want to be. Even success, like if success is a value, um, is it giving my all? Is that a rule, or is it having people like me? Is it making X money a month or a year, or reaching X goal? Or is it, you know, uh, working in a capacity that helps other people? Or, so I'm giving you a sense of like the different flavors of these values. Now, and here's a little cheat tip. Usually the unconscious ones that you have going right now, if you haven't worked on these, are probably going to be giving other people control and kind of setting an level playing field, or rather like making it really easy for you to feel bad about yourself because it's very hard to achieve, to complete, to comply with those rules for achieving love or success or safety or whatever those values are, right? So don't worry about that. Don't worry if it seems terrible. Don't worry if it's bad. Just write it down, okay? And then once you've got the rules for all the towards values, look at the away values, right? So we talked about example like feeling worried all the time or something like that, or having debilitating anger, right? So what are your rules around that? Like, and you'll notice that these are often a lot easier to achieve. Like maybe around anger, it's like somebody doesn't agree with me, not getting what I want, or plans not going according to plan. Has that ever happened? My kid's not listening to me, being disrespected, or things like that. Worrying maybe might be not knowing the future, not knowing what's going to happen, having an ache or a pain, having a physical symptom of some sort, and not hearing from X, Y, and Z where they are, going to bed, like whatever, like there could be a million things that enable your worrying, or rules that say you can and should worry right now, or you can and should be angry right now. So take the time, and mind you, okay, this is a fast training, but you can watch the replay and then you can pause it and spend a couple hours on this, okay? Like it is worth it. This is gold right here, okay? Trust me. You can revolutionize your life. What you put in, you will get out more than tenfold, hundredfold, in fact. Because this might be the first time that you ever reveal consciously what was deep in the unconscious that was making it really easy for you to feel bad and difficult for you to feel good. Difficult to get the towards values, the yes, I'm winning, and hard to get the hard to get those values and easy to get the I'm screwing up in life. I'm screwing up. I got angry. I lost my cool, right? And so once you've got that, reflect at the mess you've made. You're screwed, right? You are if you keep living this way. And that's okay, because a lot of us are unhappy because we are living this way. So you have control over all of it. You can decide, first of all, what you want to value, moving towards or away. And also you get to write the rules, right? So you can actually pick radically different values. Maybe your top one was success, and maybe now you want it to be love, right? Or maybe it was safety, and now you want it to be fun. What fun? What a concept. Could that be a top value? Will I still be able to make a living and be a productive member of society if I have fun first, or as I do it? I don't know. I don't know if it's possible. I don't think about that one. But yeah, the world is your oyster. And while choices can be overwhelming, they can also be liberating, right? So then take some time to now redesign, choose the values you want to move towards, and choose the values you want to move away from. And maybe some of them will be the same. Maybe all of them will be the same. And then choose those rules, and choose rules that make it really easy for you to feel good and really hard for you to feel bad. So, for example, we're going to be a little crazy with this. So with love, I know when I rewrote my values, I was like, I went from, depending on what other people did, to everything being about me. Like, if I smile, if I have a good thought about someone, and I love the word or, if I smile, or have a good thought about someone, or do something nice for someone, or be of service, or help my son with something, or spend some quality time with someone, or etc., etc., etc. So that there could be so many ways for me to achieve this value of love, right? Or health, right? Like physical vitality, peak physical fitness, right? You could put, I, for example, put like maybe I have like an insane workout goals, right? By the way, you can have insane goals. These are values. The values should be easy to achieve so you can give you the fuel of feeling good to achieve your impossible or difficult goals, right? And to not feel bad, not punish yourself, right? But give yourself good emotional juice and fuel, right? That's the whole point. So maybe health is like, if I do something to take care of myself, or move my body, or exercise in any way, shape, or form, or eat anything healthy, or take time for myself, or have a shower, or, like you make it super easy. Make it super easy to feel good. Like, yes, I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm doing right by myself. I'm doing right by my life. I'm living into my values, my awesome values that I have chosen should be my awesome compass for life, right? Now, what about the away ones? Okay, this is a little bit more challenging, right? But let's just say it was worrying, right? So it's not like you're never going to worry. You're going to worry. It's not like you're never going to get angry. You're going to get angry. It's not like you're never going to be afraid. You will be afraid. So how could we rewrite this to make it harder to feel bad? Well, if I consistently worry all of the time without doing something to interrupt the pattern, or doing something to distract myself, or reminding myself X, Y, and Z, empowering thought, or, right? Debilitating anger. If I am consistently angry without making an effort to improve, like interrupting my pattern, or distracting myself, or changing my focus, or reminding myself that I have the power to think or do or feel whatever I want, right? So if you use this kind of language around the away values, it's like, okay, well, you don't fail every time you lose your cool, or every time you get scared, or every time you worry, or anytime you blame someone, or regret something, or feel small, or whatever the things you've listed in there might be. Rather, you actually reward yourself, because you're like, okay, yeah, that happened, but I thought about it and I interrupted myself. Okay, maybe I didn't do it right away, but it wasn't consistent. It wasn't all the time. And then I did interrupt it some of the time, and I did remind myself some of the time, right? So there's a win, right? So make yourself win. Make yourself feel good in life. Punishment time is over. It's not helping you. It doesn't help anyone. Research shows that punishment is not the most effective means for motivation or change or behavior modification. Fill yourself up. Fill yourself up with good feelings, with fuel to set and achieve those formidable goals that let you grow in life and let you give and contribute and really feel fulfilled. Okay. So there you have it. There's your quick little exercise that I hope you spend a few hours on, or at least a good 30-40 minutes, and if you give yourself this gift, I promise it will change your life. Give it to yourself in writing, and even better, put it somewhere where you can read it every day to remind yourself of the way you have chosen to change, and what you have chosen to live into, what you choose to believe, and how you choose to feel good, allow yourself to feel good, and give yourself grace and a break on the other side of human emotions that we tend to want to get away from. Okay. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. Whatever you want to share, please share it in the community or share it in the comments. You can always message me. And if you haven't already gotten the From Chaos to Clarity pre-New Year workbook to write your goals and stuff for next year, then be sure to message me and get that, okay? As always, like, share, and follow, subscribe. And remember, you have the power to lead your life, to change your life, to design your life so that you wake up with passion, so that you live with purpose, and so that you sleep with peace. It's possible and you deserve it, okay? Have yourself a beautiful Christmas. Whether you're celebrating or not, enjoy this time and take good care.